Do you want the training in your organization to be less effective and more expensive? I'm guessing you're thinking, no, of course not, Adam. But there's a classic mistake that leaders make that will 100% reduce the effectiveness and increase the cost. Now, I spend most of my time talking to the organizations who don't offer any training at all. But the flip side of that are the organizations who chaotically, spastically just throw training at the wall. They got everybody and their brother in the organization doing something, and they hope some of it sticks. And that's a huge mistake. When you have lots of different departments all doing training and not really talking to each other, you lose the opportunity to define a clear learning pathway throughout the life cycle of a team member's employment in your firm. In other words, you're not looking at training through the lens of onboarding, job skills training, ongoing development, and then plugging in specific needs as needed. You're not looking at it through that lens. You're looking at it through the lens of, oh my God, we got to do all this stuff. And as a leader, you know that when you don't plan, you don't align the organization, you don't use all the talent in your organization to leverage that for the success of a program, you know it's not going to be as effective or cost effective as it could have been. Why would training be any different? When you have departments that don't talk to each other, you miss the opportunity to plan effectively, to explore all options, to get as many creative ideas as possible, to use the expertise of those who really know how to do training, or look at different alternatives. Use a defined learning strategy. Have it be overarching throughout the organization, really have some forethought and some planning, and then you plug in those, oh my gosh, we need to do this thing in the moment as it happens. It doesn't need to be cumbersome, complicated, or costly.